Let's go. News.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. EHG, the studio behind LE, dropped update 125, and we have a new host of bug fixes and changes and improvements to the game that I'm going to be covering for you today. Now before we jump into this, if you did not know this, I'm in the middle of a subathon that kicked off for Season 2. Today is day 37, and yes, the subathon is still going. If you want to be part of the craziness or the giveaways, come by Aaron Action RPG on Twitch. All right, let's jump into this update 125. Now, this was not added to the post later. They already had this when this went up yesterday, so they are aware of these issues, and I'm going to guess they'll probably be fixed before the weekend. So, minions and companions don't have portraits in the top left corner. I know some players, this is already driving people crazy. They are going to fix this, and then there's some loot filter rule as far as numerically where it is ranking them. It's just a visual bug. Your loot filters are fine. Okay, let's jump into skills. There was something wrong with recovery speed, teleport, basically where you can kind of infinitely teleport. They took care of that. They fixed a bug with Rive. They fixed a bug with having infinite raptors, which I didn't know about that one. So the people that had huge raptor packs, those are gone. Fixed a visual bug on Harvest. Fixed a bug with acid flask traps, and fixed an issue with navigating that could lead players to getting stuck. So those are some of the things that have changed as far as skills go. As we continue, dive bomb changes. Now, you might be one of the people out there that have seen some of these viral Last Epoch videos of dive bomb basically killing Uber Aberoth in seconds. This is not a build that I play, but kind of interesting. A lot of people are claiming, I thought they're not doing mid-season nerfs. I thought they're not doing mid-season nerfs. My build that could kill Uber Aberoth in 3 seconds now takes 40 seconds. I can't believe it. Okay, the community, us, overwhelmingly voted that EHG should fix bugs, but not nerf or do balance changes. And as you can see here, fixed a bug, fixed a bug, fixed a bug. They are fixing bugs for dive bomb, okay? They're not nerfing your build. Well, I mean, they are nerfing your build, but they're really fixing bugs as to why your build was killing Uber Aberoth so fast, if that makes sense. Fix a number of changes related to dive bomb and the birds aren't real node. Fix a bug where dive bomb where Shadow Falcons would use Featherfall, despite Featherfall explicitly stating Shadow Falcons would not use it. You guys know what you were doing. Fix a bug where the primary hit of dive bomb would not provide stacks of Dust Shroud. Fixed more Dust Shroud. The birds aren't real node has been slightly reworked. Previously, allocating birds aren't real would cause dive bomb's damage to always scale with the player's stats. Now allocating birds aren't real will cause dive bomb's damage to scale with the falcon stats if it's been summoned, or the player's stats if not. All right, that's a pretty big one. Updated birds aren't real tooltip. Dive bomb will no longer visually display the minion tag if birds aren't real is allocated and there is no summoned falcon. So there you go. Bug fixes for dive bomb. They've done a couple things for controller, so they've updated some controller. Monolith and dungeons, fix the chest reset, fix some woven echoes. Anything else in there? Nope. UI, fix an issue where loot filter numbers did not visually refresh when reordering them. Other UI stuff. No, that all. Visuals. Fix the alignment icon wrapping at 999 stacks. I've seen this on Poison. Heartseeker, environment bug, Husk, videos. Fixed a bug. Lightning meteor was showing up as yellow instead of blue. We saw this. Fixed a visual issue where smoke cloud obscure gameplay from the champion engineer, and ballista fixed. Fixed a bug where the player would become immortal in offline mode. They're already immortal. Fixed a visual bug with Sentinel on the character select screen. Invoker's Heart, redid the tier 1 cold cast speed. What else? Nope. Added an option to toggle hit VFX. I will show everybody this. Other visual improvements, marked for death, VFX for 9,900 stacks. Change the sound effect for memory amber pickup. The open on Monolith's open portal button now displays correctly. Decrease size reward text on tombs. Updated bonus stability text for readability. UI, there's like these updates from EHG, they are fairly large. Yes, that's what she said. The Forge no longer clears the modifier slot. Bazaar loot fill. They did some bazaar for people buying and selling. They've updated some of that, including readability of text. Search stashes has been updated and optimized. Improved controller navigation. Reduced game hitches when opening MTX. Performance, stash tab, server client. So that's the update. But there's something I want to show you. We are now logged into Last Epoch, and I'm going to show you one quality of life we've been waiting for a very long time. And that is this purple text right here. This will actually display your corruption numbers. So from a creator standpoint, obviously I get asked all the time, which is no big deal. Hey, Aaron, what corruption is this? What corruption are you running? How much corruption can this build handle? And now you've got a little indicator right here. Also, if you're playing multiple characters, alts jumping between monoliths, you'll always know what corruption you are at for that run. And as you can see right here, this is 1028 corruption. Very cool. Now, people all the time are like, Aaron, have you seen this clip? Dude, this guy has a crazy build. Two things that you should always check for when you're watching a clip online or streamer or anything like that, okay? There's just a little tip. Check their corruption number, all right? Make sure it's not hidden. So now you can visually see it. And two, and more importantly, this line right here. This is showing that it is online. If it is an offline client, that means it can be modified and changed, and I'm not saying it isn't legit, it's just there's a chance it's not, and it's impossible for you to know. So just know that when you are watching this stuff, check for this box to see if it's an online client, and then obviously check the corruption number. Now again, when we were reading through the little patch notes for 1.2.5, if you go to settings, and then you go to gameplay, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see enable hit VFX, the spiky particle effects when you hit an enemy. You can now enable and turn this off, and you have enemies flash on hit. That was pretty much already there. Enemies very briefly turn white to provide feedback that they are being hit. I like disabling both of these. I think it plays better. But just know that you have a new option. This is what we were talking about from the patch notes. Last Epoch update 1.2.5 is in the books. And hopefully they fix the little minion icons really soon, because it is kind of an annoyance. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, come by Aaron Action RPG on Twitch if you want to check out the subathon. We are 900 subs away on YouTube for 100,000. Thank you all for the support. Please consider subscribing, of course, only if you think I've earned it. And check out my new website, actionrpg.com. Creators like Babbling Bike, Frozen Sentinel, The Curse, and myself, all putting our content up on the website. I'm done. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.